Is the market about to be on fire with even less inventory than this time last year? Well, let's look at the numbers and see. Hey, it's Parker McKee, and the real estate market is still going very steady even through the beginning of this year. And we're going to look back at December of 2021. We're going to look at how it compares to November of 2021 and then go all the way 1 year back to December of 2020 to see the differences and see where we're at and where we might be going into this new year. Between November and December of 2021, we saw a decrease of over 27% in the amount of homes for sale, from over 1,600 homes for sale to below 1,200 homes for sale in December. We also saw a decrease in the amount of homes sold in December compared to November, that decrease being over 7%, from over 2,300 homes sold to under 2,200 homes sold in December. As well, we saw a decrease in the amount of homes that actually went pending in December compared to November, that difference being over 24% decrease, from over 2,200 homes pending in November to under 1,800 homes pending in December. That was a big difference between the 2 months, and this is telling me that there is less inventory coming to market, which is, to be predicted with having holidays and Christmas and New Year's and certain things like that that are going to keep people from thinking about putting their home on the market until maybe going into the new year. And now that we're into the new year, we'll see over the next few months. There should be more inventory that comes, but only time will tell on that. As well, even with a decrease in the amount of homes that actually sold in December compared to November, it was really actually up comparative to the amount of homes that were actually on the market. So we're not really seeing a slowdown when it comes to buyer demand. If anything, we're seeing an increase in buyer demand compared to the amount of inventory, similar to what we saw coming out of 2020 into 2021. Speaking of 2020, let's go back 1 year to December of 2020 and compare what the numbers look like to December of 2021. Well, we actually have a decrease in the amount of homes for sale compared to just 1 year ago, down by 4%. As well, we have a decrease in the amount of homes sold, that decrease being over 16%. As for homes pending, we saw a decrease of almost 5%. Now, if we compare year over year, we see a decrease in all of these numbers, but let's look at the most substantial one, which is the amount of homes sold between December 2020 and December 2021. And that being over 16% is very substantial, especially compared to a very relatively small difference between the homes for sale and pending, which were, only about 4 to 5% difference. With this difference in the amount of homes sold between the 2 years, this is telling me that we may not have quite the amount of buyer demand that we had this time last year, but the buyer demand is still high, which means that it's still, relatively speaking, a seller's market, and the homes that appeal to the majority of buyers out there in the marketplace are still going to be seeing multiple offers and getting over asking, but that's not going to be the case for every home on the market. Now, what does this all mean as we move into this new year? We typically see that more homes are coming to the market and they start to trickle in, and we normally see a peak in the summertime, which we'll see if that still remains true going into this summer. But really, we're not seeing much of a slowdown. If any, we're just seeing the markets become a little bit more steady and stable rather than being the crazy hot market that we saw just this time last year. For buyers, still low inventory. For sellers, still the ability to get top dollar and sell relatively quick. Homes are right now selling for on average of 100% sell price to list price ratio. So people are getting what they're asking. Some are getting more, some are getting less. The average days on market are starting to trickle up. As of December 2021, we saw the average to be 22 days on market, which is the highest that we've seen since January of 2021. If you have any questions about the market or would like to know the stats for your particular area or neighborhood, reach out to me. I'd love to get you this information.